What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Well, this week I am at Black Diamond Mines Regional Preserve located in Antioch, California. This area is home to a bunch of walking trails, awesome views, spacious views, and also back in the 1800s is home or was home to the coal mining boom. Lots of people in the 1800s came from far and away to partake in the coal mining boom. And there's also, from what I've been hearing, remnants of some of the old coal mining towns. The name of some of the old coal mining towns were Nortonville, Summersville, Stewartville, West Hartley, and Judsonville. From what I understand, there might be, at certain points, remnants of old buildings and whatnot, barns, etc. But what I also was told was that a lot of it may be behind or is behind fenced-off areas owned by the Regional Parks District, basically with no trespassing signs behind it. So we're going to try to see what we can see, and also the walking trails, from what I was told, take you by some of the old mine openings in the hills there. Now I'm hearing a lot of the old mine openings were pretty much sealed off, but there you can see the openings, and they do, when there's no social distancing and when we're not in a pandemic or weren't in a pandemic, they were giving mine tours deep down into the mines, and I've seen pictures of it and it looks pretty spectacular. But unfortunately, because of what's going on in the world right now, we are not doing that, so we'll just try to see what we can see. Now, I was told at some point there is an opening inside on the side of one of the hills for the mines, that it's like 100 feet in, but once you get 100 or so feet in, they actually have it closed off with a gate at the end. Which, what I was told, like I said, you can go inside a little bit for a few feet and kind of experience it outside of the tour. But the person that told me wasn't exactly sure where it was. They knew how to find it, but it was kind of hard for them to explain it to me. So we're going to walk the trails and maybe see some old mining openings, shafts, whatever. Of course, you know, there's signs all over this place that say they've been sealed off by the Park District. The Park District took over in the 70s, I think 1973, 74-ish. They sealed off a lot of the old mine shafts and openings and whatnot, but there's signs all over here that says, because of time, erosion, and some vandalism, that some of the old mining areas might be, you know, the old mining entrances might be open, and to take care when around them. And at the foot of the walking trail here, there's a plaque placed here. Let's see here. Mount Diablo Coal Field. From the 1860s to 1906, this area was the largest coal mining district in California. 5 towns, Nortonville, Summersville, Stewartville, Judsonville, and West Hartley, grew up around 12 major mines. Today, the towns are gone. The buildings having been moved to nearby communities after the mines closed, mine openings, tailings, railroad beds, and a pioneer cemetery are being preserved by the East Bay Regional Parks District. California Registered Historical Landmark number 932, plaque placed by the State Department of Parks and Recreation in cooperation with the East Bay Regional Park District and in Joaquin Murrieta, Chapter 13, E. Clampus Fetus, September 27th, 1980. They said some of the buildings have been moved to nearby communities, but on the way in here, I saw behind some fences, maybe on the way out of here today, I can pull over to the side of the road real quick, but I saw some old houses behind a fence and some old looking barns and stuff like that. So obviously there's still some stuff left over, but I guess most of the stuff had been moved. Let's see here. And there is an old cemetery up here where a lot of the coal miners were buried, they were victims of things like scarlet fever, smallpox, a lot of people back in those days, and also mining accidents that happened up in here too. So let's walk around and see what we can see. Here's a little picture board here. Summersville town site. This was the site of an active coal mining town of Summersville, as you can see. And here's some of the pictures of people and whatnot, and buildings and areas, how they looked back in the 1800s, early 1900s. Interesting. Now, I had asked somebody in here where where like would be like the openings to the mines and whatnot, because there's different trails in here. He told me the Hazel Atlas portal, where that's marked, that would be the entrance to where they have the guided tours that they're not doing right now. So I would assume that is probably the area that I need to go to. So that's where I'm going, in the direction of what they call the Hazel Atlas portal. This is truly beautiful. Uphill walking, yes. Out of breath, yes. I'm not used to this. Haven't done this since like last summer, or probably even before that, probably spring. It's probably been about a year since I've gone walking like this. All right, I think I'm going in the right direction here. Hazel Atlas Portal, Pittsburgh Mine Trail. So let's see. I can find some cool stuff up in here. Whew, this is awesome. We've had some rains over the last 24 hours, so things are a little slick and loose. Oh boy. Well, Hazel Atlas, that way. Oh, this is interesting. It's like an old something. Could this be where they brought the stuff to dump out of the mines? I don't know. It's like some kind of dumpster full of dirt and sand or whatever. But that looks super old up there. Oh, this looks cool. Looks pretty old. I don't know if this is where the Rangers park their stuff now or what, but it looks like a little old area here. They probably park their vehicles in here. Well, here we go. Bingo. Remember that upper area that I showed you at the bottom with that dumpster full of dirt and whatnot, and that drop off up top? Well, this is the top view right here, and there's, yes, mining tracks that go to the end of it. I guess where they would dump stuff off. And there is an entrance to a mine over here. It's gated off. It might be the one that people are talking about that's gated off, as you can see. But these are the tracks, the mining tracks right here. Wow. I would assume that this is where the tours probably are, inside here. See the old mining cars ahead there. I'll try to zoom in. As you can see, and then there's lights. And this is the Hazel Atlas portal, it says ahead, and the old mining cars, and there's tracks that go straight, and there's tracks that go off to the left here. It's very, very trippy. God, I gotta come back here when the tours are going. Off that way. This is what it's like to come out of the mining shaft. The Rangers are inside there doing whatever that they're doing. But it says 1930 on the top of this thing. I don't know where any other entrances would be located, but very interesting. And oh yeah, Summersville Black Diamond Mines history hike. Yeah, there's more people showing up over there, so I'm gonna practice social distancing and get my butt out of there so they can look at it. They're amazed by it just like I am. Even before the miners got here, before that, there were Native Americans who lived on this land here too, different tribes and whatnot. Well, we're gonna take the Walk of Death and go on the Chaparral Loop Trail. I don't know what it's gonna bring us to, but you know, we'll see what happens. Whoa, I don't know. That's kind of sketch in there. We're not gonna go too far in there. It says this trail ends 100 feet ahead, but I'm seeing like a building here. I don't know how old or how new it is. As you can see it coming around here. Be very, very careful. Might be a restroom. Might be a... Now there was a visitor center that was listed on the signs too. I don't think this is it though. Interesting. What is this? Oh, it's another, I guess, a ventilation. What is it, for the mine shaft? For the mine, I think. Some kind of ventilation deal. And you guys know about this kind of stuff, let me know. Throw it in the comment box below. As I mentioned, there is an old cemetery on the property too, up on one of the hills. We may go visit that too. I may do a separate video on that and show you guys all that stuff. And there's a couple of spooky stories that I've heard a time or two from this area too that I could probably do in a separate video also. Yes, I got my mask on. There were people around and they all had their masks on, so I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, so I put mine on. I'm gonna go up the trail here some more and check it out. Well, that was just one hell of a climb up here. It was sandy and kind of slippery. Whew, almost wiped out on that one. It's insane. This place has just got what looks like walking trails going everywhere up in here. It's like I've never been here before, other than one time to the cemetery before. So I don't know exactly where some of these trails go. I mean, this is quite the adventure. This rock is very interesting. It looks like there might have been something built into it at one time. As you can see, the holes and then the compartment. Looks like something could have been like screwed into the sides, and this is some kind of compartment that could have held something, but I don't know what. That's very, very interesting. Man, it is so quiet out here. It's so eerie. Hearing a bunch of buzzing through this area is kind of scary. Huh. What the hell did I just find over here? Oh, hell no. Some kind of cave. Doesn't go any deeper than right here. Jeez. Kind of ancient cave or something. Get to the cave with my... It doesn't really matter, my flashlight on my phone on, which probably isn't doing too much. As you can see, I just want to take another look at it, maybe with my flashlight. Ah, this is interesting. Out there in the distance is remnants of some of the old buildings I was talking about. There's an old house out here. I'm zoomed in as much as I can zoom in. There's a windmill, look like a water tower, an old house, a barn or two or three actually, an old truck. This thing right here, it says it's a trail, but right now these gates are locked, or are they? Oh no, they're not. Let's go in and get a closer look at these houses. I'm not sure if people are still living over here. I don't know. It's all like, you know, property of the Parks District now. But this is old school. Look at this house. It's hard to tell what's what, if anyone's living here or not. I hope I don't get shot at. But there is a walking trail through here, so I would assume it's okay to be over here. Looks like something out of a horror movie, huh? Very, very interesting. But of course, no trespassing. Interesting. I'll probably venture deeper into this trail at some other point in time. And this is just that old, some of those old buildings I was talking about. Huh. Very, very interesting. And those were some of the homes on the property that were, I guess, homes of the past. On the way out of there also, I also found more decrepit looking homes and stuff, but they were on, for sure, private property. What I was on before was like it was a walking trail, so you can go up in there close to that house. And the barn and everything. But the houses, other decrepit houses I found were on private property, and you could tell people lived there in other homes on that property, because you can see newer homes with cars out there, you know, behind the gate, and there were mailboxes out there. So of course, I couldn't venture onto that property, but that one house on that no trespassing property that I saw, God, I would have loved to have gone into that old decrepit house, see if there's any like furniture from the past left over or anything. But no trespassing means no trespassing. Don't want to get arrested, you know, for all that. But it would have been a really awesome explore to be able to go to that one old house that I couldn't access. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and if you're digging this video, hit that thumbs up. And when you subscribe, click the bell icon so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And talk to you soon.